What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to play Perfect by Ed Sheeran. So we're going to play the record version, and the live version he doesn't play it like this. He does kind of more of a fingerstyle kind of a thing in 3/4 time. What we're going to do is play as close to the record as we can, what I'm hearing with bass notes and all of that. So we're basically going to be playing this in standard, by the way. Technically we play this in key, in the original key. We're going to have to put a capo on the first fret. I'm not going to do that today. Just keep that in mind. You have to capo first fret to play it to the record. But let's go ahead and dive in and take down Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Alright, the first thing you want to do to play this is to take your pick and throw it, because we're going to use our fingers to get that texture. Now, you can't do some hybrid picking thing. We're not going to do that. We're going to do some fingerstyle stuff. So we're going to do this kind of comping style, where basically I'm using my thumb on the E, A, and D string, depending on what my chord is. Using my first finger on the G, second finger on B, and third finger on high E. And I'm mainly going to be comping the G string and the B string. That's my first and second finger doing the work here. So my thumb is taking on the bass notes. These guys are doing most of the work though. So check it out. Here's what I do for a G major chord. Because the G is here, the root note, I'm just going to be doing this. A bass note and the G and the B together. Alright, so to play this song, you first want to get comfortable with the chords. What we have in this song is we have a G major, we have an E minor 7, we have a C add 9, and we have a D. And there's one more chord. There's a D over F sharp. And I'm going to play mine this way. The A and I muted the high E. If you don't know how to do that, I got a video that talks about the D over F sharp. They're two different kinds. I'll link in the description below, so no panics. There it is, but that's a D over F sharp. Okay, and those are your chords. Alright, so if you don't know those, don't panic. I'm going to get all those chords listed, the shapes and everything, and the diagram on my Patreon page, so you're chilling. Alright, so here we go. The intro in verse goes like this. We have a G major, we have an E minor, 7, we have a C add 9, and we have a D. The G major, now by the way, this is all 3/4 time, so here's what we're going to be doing for almost every single chord, at least in the verse we'll be doing this. We're going to be playing the bass note, and we're going to be playing and comping the G and the B together. It's going to look like this. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm playing the bass note. Now you can do this the easy way, and you can just play this the whole time. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that works. I might do something a little bit closer to the one I'm hearing on the record, where the bass is being played 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's being played on, you could say, the first and the third measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's important that you get comfortable with that waltz, that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you'll do that exact pattern for every single chord. So the G is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. E minor 7 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now the root note's on the E string, so I'm playing that one, right? This C add 9, root note's on the A string. That's my note of C, so I'm going to do my thumb right here on the A string. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the D, I'm going to play just normal like this. Now my thumb's on the D string, because the D is the root note in this chord. G and B still covered by first and second finger respectively. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's how I'll play that. It's a little bit more going on there with some things like that. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to keep it simple today. Anyways, and that'll get you by for the first verse. And pretty much the entire song is in that format. You can use your ear to hear the rest of it, but I'll go ahead and go through the pre-chorus with you and talk about what it is. So he'll basically do on that last D in the verse, and on a couple places in the song, just use your ear, he'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and he'll stop right there on beat 1 of measure 3. So he'll do that and get into the pre-chorus, in which he's playing the exact same chord progression, but in the first round of those 4 chords, he slips in a G and a D, and they're going to share a little bit. So let me talk about what that exactly means. So the G is the same, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? E minor 7, everything's the same. C at 9 is the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is where it changes. He goes G 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, D 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So watch for that. He'll do that in the first 4-chord line of the pre-chorus. Okay. Second time he just does it normal. He does the same thing as the verse: G, E minor, C at 9, and D. And he'll do the stop again on beat 1 of measure 3 of that D. He'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the chorus is going to go E minor 7, C at 9, G major, D major. It's going to do that 4 times until we do our little ending progression, which we'll talk about in a second. So he's switched up the chords, the same chords we do in the verse. Here's what he's doing though. Everything's cut in half in terms of the measure. So for the E minor 7, he's going the first chord in the chorus. He's doing this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then the C at 9 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. G is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And D is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now do that whole thing 4 times. So it sounds like this, a little bit full speed. Take that 4 times, and we get to this little tricky part, the hardest part of the song. He's going to cut that, what we just did, in half again, pretty much for the first 4 chords of this last section. It goes G, this is at the end of every chorus, by the way. It goes G, D over F sharp, E minor 7, D major, C at 9, back to D. It's going to go like this. I'm going to play it. Okay, so what did I just do there? I did G, 1, 2, 3, D over F sharp. That bass note is on the E string, it's my F sharp. 1, 2, 3. Then E minor 7, bass notes on the E. 1, 2, 3. To regular D major, bass notes on the D string now. 1, 2, 3. C at 9, I'm going to double up what I just did and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To the D, getting the same treatment. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. It means a ton to me, and it helps me to kind of see if I'm doing something that you guys enjoy. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to learn. Also, if you had any trouble at all, I'm going to have all of the documentation, all the chords and everything, and the diagrams in my Patreon page. Become a member. It's going to help me a lot to make even better videos, to upgrade my camera and my mic and all this stuff, so that way I can make even better videos for you. Thank you so much, you guys. We'll see you in the next video.